Bit of standing shenanigans today. So you will be requiring a block. You could use a book, thick book, but really the block's good because it makes your work a bit harder. Anyway, we'll be using that in a moment. Coming to standing. Taking your feet hip-width apart, looking down at them, checking in with the inside edges and seeing how parallel you can make your feet, being relatively comfortable. Be aware if what happens is your toes are naturally out a little bit, or if your toes are naturally in a little bit. Just be aware that that might be a pattern that you want to look out for. We're trying to create even pressure. So if you bring your body weight forward a little bit, you'll feel the weight coming into the toes, into the pads of the toes. And then if you pull your weight back and come into the heels, see if you can even up the pressure. So it's an equal pressure through the toes, the balls of the feet and the heels, and also from side to side. So be aware if your tendency is to bear more weight on the outside of your feet or the inside, and see if you can just even it out. Okay. Stacking. So you want to get your shoulders over your hips over your knees over your ankles, and your head over your neck. So the aim of the game is to be nicely stacked and allow for your natural lumbar curve, because we're very nicely balanced if we stand properly. Okay. So if it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, and then extend up through the crown of the head. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe extend through the fingers, so like they're being sucked towards the floor. Soften the face, breathing here. Releasing the belly so that the breath can come all the way into the torso, filling the torso. And slowly opening the eyes. And we'll start with arm raises. So as you inhale, bring the arms up. When they get to shoulder height, make sure the palms face up. It protects your rotator cuff. Coming all the way up and stretching up. So inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up. You could look up at your hands if you wanted to. Exhale, let them float down. Inhale. Next time you inhale them up, let them meet in a prayer above your head. Exhale, we'll draw the prayer down to the heart space, feeling the shoulder blades pulling down as you come down. Inhale, coming back up like a rocket. Ooh. Bending the elbows as you exhale, drop the prayer down your back, keeping the upper arms in towards the head and being mindful not to arch through the spine. So you're trying to take this movement in the shoulders, not in the lumbar, not in the lower back. Inhale up, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the prayer back to the heart space. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. Once more. Release. Bring the arms up shoulder height, turning the palms so they face forward, checking in with the feet. Exhale, twisting at the waist, turning to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Breathing into the belly. Back to center, release the arms down. And maybe let's have a little swingy shenanigans. So this can be quite nice. It's a, twisty, swingy, loosening up the shoulders type thing. Okay, back to center. Sending the right knee forward, so coming up onto the toes on the right foot and really making as much of an angle as you can, toe-foot angle. Drive the knee forward and bring it back. Carefully put the heel back down and go left knee forward. With your breath. Doesn't really matter which way, just be aware of the breath. The thing about the breath and tuning the movements in with the breath is that you get this rhythm, and the rhythm is parasympathetic. The rhythm is calming to your body's nervous system. So it's good. Next time you go over with the right foot, see what it feels like to come right up onto the tips of the toes and flip over, stretching out the top of the foot, and then shimmy it all the way back down again and go left, up onto the toes, roll over, stretch out the top of the foot, and then shimmy it back. A bit of Elvis, right knee forward, up onto the toes, and then you the knee, ankle, like a little bit of ankle movement thing happening, the hips doing its thing, that's a bit of knee action. You can Elvis one way and then Elvis the other. Left leg, one way and then the other. Beautiful, people, beautiful. Okay. Coming back down to center. Now we're going to go up with both feet. So you come up onto the balls of the feet and back down. Up onto the balls of the feet. And back down. Once more. Up and down. Picking up. So we're now going to do a bit, it's a knee thing, but you might need a bit of balance help. So you might just want to be by a wall so you can pop your finger on the wall. Essentially, you're lifting up your right leg. The knee is about level with the hip, the foot is floppy. And we're going to swing from the knee backwards and forwards, really gently. It's a nice rhythmic backwards, forwards swing here. Well, let's have a go at circles. So keeping the thighs still, make circles with the knee, the ankle, I guess. So I'm making, I'm visualizing a big circle with my foot. Going one way and then going the other. So these are super good knee exercises because essentially you're not putting any weight. You're making the knee work without putting any weight through it. So it likes that. Okay. Left leg. Bring it up. Get your balance. Use a wall if you need to. Floppy foot. Swing the baby. Backwards and forwards. Rhythmic movements, kind movements as well. So it's not loads of effort here. We're just swinging backwards and forwards. And you'll find, I mean, my thighs, I felt my thigh right from the start, but I'm starting to feel the muscles in my knee work. So just do as many as is comfortable. Have a go at the circles. Again, there's a lot of thigh activation there, but I can really feel the knee doing some stuff too. Start small and progress. So maybe you start with the swings and the circles aren't quite where you're at, that's fine. You just want to progress in a way that your body can handle. Okay, now we come to the block. The very first thing we're going to do with the block is some ankle strengthening exercises. So, well, the exercise. Popping the block on the ground and putting the balls of your feet on the block, seeing if you can get your heels down on the ground. Now, this may be a really, really deep stretch for you in your calves. So if you don't come all the way down, don't worry about it. Or what you might want to do is you might want to paddle the feet, because that eases it off a little bit. And then the main shebang, and again, you might want to have a wall in front of you to help with your stability, but the main shebang is you inhale up and exhale down. So this is a great ankle strengthening exercise. You can of course do it on stairs. You don't need a block. See, as many reps as is comfortable for you. And this is something you can just do throughout the day. And if you're going upstairs, you could have a bang out a few of these babies. So I'm already starting to feel that my ankles are feeling quite tired, which means that's plenty, thanks very much. So now we're going to have a bit of balance shenanigans. So if you step on your block with your right foot and bring your hands to your pelvis, we want to level the pelvis off. And in order to do that, I need to bring my left foot level with my right. And I find myself balancing one foot on this block, which means I've got to work. So it's really interesting feeling what's going on. So my feet are really working, but then, so my ankles, my calves, it goes all the way up. So I can feel this. I mean, I can feel this all the way up to my transverse abdominis. I could probably feel it more if I shut up and paid attention. Squeeze the right hip in. So squeezing that glute in on the right side helps with stabilisation. You're probably aching, your standing leg's probably aching by now, mine certainly is. So swap over, left foot, bring the right foot off the ground, check the pelvis is level, and play with that. Lots of things you can do from here which are quite useful. So I'm going to show you a few of those things. Building up the movements, getting to a point where you can, hold for 8 breaths or do 8 repetitions is great. So you can play with it. I'm going back onto the right foot to ease the discomfort in the left. So, checking in with my pelvis. One thing that you can do is swing the left leg forward and back. You can also swing it side to side in front of you. And the other thing that I quite like doing, which is, I think, a good little practice is sucking this left hip up. So my pelvis is level, and then I suck the left hip into the socket as much as I can, really engaging those glute muscles. Lowering it back down. You could lower it back down to neutral, to level, and see if you can make that leg go down even further. So making the foot touch the ground. So you suck the hip up, all the way up, and then lower it all the way down. Suck it up, and lower it all the way down. Okay, let's change those legs again. So left leg, even it up, get a bit of a swing thing happening, the right leg. Keeping yourself as upright as possible, relaxing the shoulders, softening the face. Maybe bringing that leg for a bit of a swing in front of you. Woohoo. And back for a bit of hip sucking. So suck in the right hip and then it all the way down. Suck it in. Send it all the way down. Suck it in. And all the way down. Beautiful. And then you can come off your block, discard it over there, and come to the front of your mat. Check in with the feet again, even everything up, stacking, get your head back over your neck, lengthening through the spine, lots of space. Inhale, taking the arms up, hands to prayer. Exhale, draw the prayer to the heart space and hinge at the hips. Come forward, bend the knees if you need to, release the hands to the legs. Inhale, pushing through the legs, lengthening, crown of the head all the way down the spine. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bend the knees. The rib cage comes down onto the thighs. Drop the hands down. So you want to your fingertips on the hands. Drop the head. Inhale, rolling up the spine, all the way up. Arms up. Fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the prayer to the heart space. Hinge at the hips, come down. Release the hands to the legs. Inhale, pushing through the legs and lengthen. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, bend the knees. Rib cage onto the thighs. Come all the way down. Drop the head. Inhale, roll up the spine. Arms up. Once more, hands to prayer. Exhale, draw the prayer. Hinge at the hips, come forward. Release the hands. Inhale, lengthen, draw the shoulders. Exhale, bend the knees, ribcage to the thighs, come down, drop the head. Inhale. Rolling all the way up, fingertips to the ceiling. Drawing the prayer. And release. Closing the eyes if you're happy to do so, and noticing the breath. The expansion through the body as you inhale, softening as you exhale. Notice the tips of the fingers, the sensations in the palms of the hands, soles of the feet. Breathing, softening the face. Inhale, take the arms up, hands to prayer. Exhale, draw the prayer to the heart space and hinge, come forward. Obviously bending the knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. And then pop the hands down and step back into your all four position. Activate the hands. Draw the fingers in towards the palms. Drive down through the shins and the knees. Without moving them, draw the hands in towards the knees. So you activate the belly. Breathing here. Release that. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, roll all the way up. Cat-cow. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, open the chest, gazes forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, curling up. Inhale, pelvis, belly, chest, gazes forward. Coming back to a neutral spine. Cross the shins. Bring yourself back down to sitting. And lie yourself down for your Shavasana. So your comfortable lying position, whatever works for you. Just make sure you're warm and comfy. It doesn't have to be lying, can be sitting. Whatever works, just getting yourselves comfy. And returning to the breath. Notice the rhythm of the breath. Expanding and deflating. Swelling and shrinking. Feel the breath move in your body. Follow the flow. Taking the awareness to the soles of your feet. What do they feel like? The skin, the soles of your feet. Feel the aliveness, tingling, pulsating, the vibration of aliveness in the soles of your feet. And become aware of the tops of your feet, what the skin feels like, the aliveness. And then the space in between the soles of the feet and the tops of your feet. What do you find there? A spaciousness inside your feet. Inhaling up from the tips of the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale back down. Inhale up, crown of the head. Exhale down to the feet. Inhaling up to the top of the head. Noticing what you find there. The sensations, the aliveness. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Taking a couple of deeper breaths. When you're ready, bringing a little bit of movement back. Maybe moving the head from side to side. Moving the fingers and the toes. Bringing the knees into the chest for a bit of a shmoo. Rolling over onto your right side, having a few breaths there. When you're ready, coming to meet me in a comfortable sitting position. Hands to prayer. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, folding forward.